Howdy, folks. Andrew here. Popcorn or whiskey. I am the face who runs the place. I know. Rare Friday evening. Look, here we go. Well, I came out here this evening for the simple fact that I will not be able to. Well, not that I won't be able to come on tomorrow night. Chances are I won't. I got SummerSlam on tomorrow night. You know how much of a professional wrestling fan that I am. Maybe come on during the middle of it when there's some matches that I don't really care about. But I got to see the CM Punk. Absolutely. Gotta like that one. Not too keen on the Jelly Roll match, but that's a whole different ballgame. If you don't know what I'm talking about, too bad. That's what it is. But tonight, what I wanna talk about a little bit is, and I don't have my popcorn tonight. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, I don't have my popcorn tonight. I just have my whiskey. Cheers. Here we go. But I wanna talk about shoe shopping. Holy moly, folks. You ladies out there, how in the world do you do shoe shop? I was out a couple hours today just trying to get a pair of mm, tennis shoes, whatever you wanna call them nowadays. That's it. It's, I don't even know what the proper term is. Why can't it be easier? I wish I could order them online, but at least in my experience, no 2 shoes are the same. For instance, if I get, and I'll give you a good example tonight. If there's a certain kind of shoe that I like, and it changes from one store to the other store. The exact same shoe. How? I don't know. Why? I don't know. Other people say, "No, it doesn't work that way." But I'm telling you, for me, it works that way. So, I don't like the big brand. I've had 2 pair of Nikes in my life, and they both times it tore up my feet, so I'm not gonna get a Nikes. The shoe that really, really, really felt good on my feet are, what are they called? From Walmart, the Avias, like that. It's one of the shoes that they had several years back. And probably the most comfortable shoe I ever wore in my life. No, they discontinued that brand, that model. So, I've had other ones since then, it's not the same. I've had, uh, the New Balance shoes, good enough, alright. They are maybe not the best, they don't stack up to the Avitas, but for my purposes, fine, alright. So, and I also have a pair of Hey Dudes. Good enough. I mean, they're probably not the best for your feet, but hey, whatever. They so far they've lasted, and you can wash them, and so it's pretty good. So, I went to a shoe store today in the local city, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna either get the New Balance if I can, don't need another pair of, whatever they're called, the, Hey Dudes, and I'm not gonna go to Walmart today to look at for the Avia shoes. I guess they're Avia because I'm getting too pissed off every time I go to Walmart, they don't have that model anymore, but and I keep hoping they do. I've even wrote to them a couple times to go back, unfortunately. So, I go there, New Balance, okay, certain New Balance, it's a white one, but basic white, nothing out of the ordinary. My size, and again, my shoe size depends on the shoe as well, anywhere from 9.5 to an 11, and I have extra wide feet. You know what they say, "Big hands and big feet." You know what that means, don't you? Big shoes and big legs. Right, absolutely. So, um, try on the 10.5, too big. They feel comfortable, but they're too big. Yeah, my foot slides back and forth a little bit. Width is fine, everything's fine. Can't find a 10s, try 9.5. Slightly too small for me. once again, the bottom of it feels great, fantastic, no problem. So I need a 10. Do you think I can find a 10? No, they don't have 10. They have every possible freaking size from 3 up to 13, regular width and width, wide width. But they don't have the 10. Fine. Alright? So I'm just too pissed off, and then you have little kids running around everywhere. Ugh. Parents, keep your creepy kids on a leash or something for crying out. Why are they running around the store? Shouldn't be. So I said, "You know what? Screw it." I went to talk to the guy up front, and he comes over there. He said, "Well, the 10 should be right here." I said, "Well, they should be, but they're not." I said, "Do you have a pair in the back by chance?" "Oh, no, we don't keep anything in the back." "What shoe store doesn't keep anything in the back?" Anyway, he says, "Well, why don't you come over here and look at these Nikes? They're about the same." I'm looking at him, I said, "So does Nike make New Balance?" He says, "No." I said, "Then why are they the same?" He says, "Because they are." Alright. And, they were also a lot more expensive, so I know why he brought me over there. Once more for the Nikes, but, I'm not gonna not I just for humor, for myself, I tried on a pair of Nikes, they fit well, but they felt like crap on the bottom. So, well, wasn't gonna get 'em. Pissed off, people running around, can't find my pair of shoes, and I really can't stand I can't stand shoe shopping to begin with, can't find my size. So I went out, I was just gonna go home, went out to my car, was just gonna go home, but I said, "You know what? Let me get the old Google machine out and see what other stores carry New Balance." Well, there's another one called Kohl's around here. Kohl's, Kohl's, or maybe it's apostrophe S, whatever. They carry this New Balance. Well, Kohl's is probably one of my least favorite stores anyway, but alright, I'll go since I'm here, about a mile from it, let me just go to it. Alright, so I went to the Kohl's, finally found the shoe section, and it's not like it stands out there, but, like, hidden. They're part of the store, crying out loud. It pissed me off. I get there, they have the New Balance, and they have the extra wide, and they have the size 10 of their shoe. I'm like, "Great." Try it on. There's, like, this big hump in the middle of it. A big hump in the middle of the shoe. Like, "Why? What? What?" So, that tells me that not all shoes are made the same. Just because one store has it like that, the other one doesn't. The first store I went to, the shoes that were too big, my foot was, like, swimming in it, there was no hump in it. The ones that were a little too small, there was no hump in it. This one had a big hump in it. I said, "No, there's no way." Right where the arch is, it's almost like an overinflated arch on the foot, so I said, "I'm not gonna buy that because it piss me off if I get it and then, won't be able to wear it." So, I put them back and I said, "F it. I'm just gonna go home. Didn't wanna look at any more shoes. I'm tired of it already." So I went home, and that was the end of my shoe shop. And I'm thinking, "How in the world can you ladies do this shoe shopping thing?" My god, it was horrible. I don't see how anybody in the world can do it. Oh, that was Triple H at the White House yesterday. That's pretty cool. Um, so that was the thing with shoe shopping. People on the road today, oh my god. Yeah, this is the "Get off my lawn," old man old man Paletto here, "Get off my lawn." If there's this lady if there's this car in front of me, I didn't know man or woman, but I can pretty much tell you who it which gender it was. As I'm driving in front of me, going extra slow, and there's traffic all around me, I couldn't get around this car. All of a sudden, the blinker comes on to turn left, but there's no way to turn left, so she pulls over a little bit, comes back, pulls over a little bit, comes back. Going extra slow, people going around me, I'm laying on the horn, "Move, get out of the way." I finally get a chance to get around her, and she, with her turn signal still on, finally gets over to the left-hand lane. And I get there, and I kid you not, there's this lady, her hands are up here, her eyes are barely above the steering wheel. Must have been 100, and she's turning left, turning right in a very busy it's a I have a red light, and she gets the turn arrow. and she's not turning. People behind her, "Beep, beep, beep." She finally turns real slow, and immediately there's a McDonald's she's turning into. I'm still at the red light, so I'm watching this, and it's a right-hand turn as well. She stops at the McDonald's. Why, I don't know, and all those people behind her off this busy street blowing on the horn. She pulls in there, and it's like, "Gee whiz, get outta here." Parking lots at different places. You know, I hate it if I'm park away from everybody purposely, not like an extra walking, and 2, I don't wanna get door dinged by anybody. When I come out and there's a car next to me, why? Get the F away from me. There's a reason I park way out here in Timbuktu, not to have you park next to me, especially with your crappy car. Don't do it. Then I'm going to another store, I go to Rural King, which I like to walk around Rural King. If you don't have a Rural King around you, too bad, but, nice stores, have popcorn, just walk around with popcorn. Walk around there, I said, "You know what?" Ate some popcorn, looked around, they didn't have any shoes there that I liked, so I'm going back. I went back to my car. I'm about ready to leave my parking spot, and some lady comes in with her shopping cart right next to me again and opens her door, so if I start moving, I'll hit her. So I'm just there with my cars running, I'm just staring, and she acknowledges me, puts her stuff in the car, leaves the shopping cart there, and moves her car. I'm like, "Are you effing kidding me?" So I have to get out and move the shopping cart. What a bitch. I was like, at that point, I'm thinking, "I'm time to go home. I'm gonna get mad at somebody, get road rage, and get mad, and I'm just going home. My own little world, back where I live, back in my commune, if you will, my compound, tranquil, you know, got out the lawnmower, started cutting grass. So there you go. That was I was not happy with these folks today. And, what's this? Okay, okay, had to leave my phone there. So, that was what was going on that aspect. People today were just nuts. Then I realized it was the 1st of the month, and being an adult, you should know the 1st of the month, um, and usually it's the 3rd of the month, but since the 3rd of the month is on a Sunday, that means the 1st of the month, people get their Social Security checks. Everyone who's anybody that gets a check on the 1st of the month goes out shopping somewhere to do something. No fault of theirs, fault of mine for not realizing it was the 1st, and there's gonna be sorry, I wasn't yawning at all until it's like a magic microphone. Yeah, I start yawning when I come on here. All of a sudden, there's people everywhere because of the 1st of the month. I should have realized that. So, I did end up going to Sam's Club. I like Sam's Club, so that was good. Around where I live, there is no Costco, so I don't know if I like Costco better than Sam's, or not. The few Costcos I've been to, I used to have a membership. I don't anymore because it wasn't advantageous for me to keep my membership if I don't go. There's not close to me, different story, but there's not. Matter of fact, I think it's I don't know if I gotta renew it. I don't know how that works with the Costco. You would think I would've got an email or something, but I didn't, about the renewal. Well, there's no automatic renewal either. So, the few times I've been to a Costco, I enjoy it, and maybe I enjoy it because I'm so used to going to Sam's. This is same concept, different layout, different products, so to speak. I find a lot of the prices to be better at Costco versus Sam's Club. I think the restaurant area, pizzas, the hot dogs, the ice cream, I think the few Costcos I've been to, they're almost all identical. They all streamlined everything. You go to the kiosk and you press it in, and you get a paper with a number on it, and that's what you get. What I don't like about it is you can't use MasterCard, Visa only over at Costco. That pisses me off because I never had Visa. I mean, I'm sure I did back when I was younger, but for the last 20 years, I used to use MasterCard. So I ended up going to my bank, get a debit card, which I've never gotten before, uh, and the debit card is a Visa card, so if I ever go back, now I have the hi, Lana. Yeah, talking about Costco and some things of that sort. So and shoe shopping, if you didn't hear earlier. So that's what's going on there. Um, so, yeah, so at this point, I would say I like Costco better because it's new to me, it's different. Maybe that's the only reason. And the Sam's Club, I go to my local Sam's Club, if you wanna call it local, it's 15 miles away. I'm used to it. And I lived in Florida, the one I went to all the time, I was used to it. But since I left Florida, um, the, Costco has, uh, they have come over there now. And I'm just rambling now, and I'm trying to get this taken care of. And hold on a second here. Let's see. Wait a second here. Do this. Okay. So there you go. All right. Lana, way, way better than Sam's better beef. That's right. That's right. Hey, Lana, want to call in? I'm all set to receive phone calls tonight. So if you want to come in, okay, here. So if you want to call in, matter of fact, I'm going to open this up for anybody. You want to call? There you go. 765-505-7348 is the hotline. I call it the 10-minute line. For anybody but Lana, it's only going to be 10 minutes. If it's just Lana, it'll be a little longer, but I understand. Okay, if you don't want to call him, well, she says sure. So there you go. Hang on, I'll switch to my computer. Okay, all right. You can still just call on your phone. You know that, don't you? You can call on your phone just like a regular chit chat phone call. At least in theory, it should work that way. In theory, it should work that way. And if it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you. So do not call my cell phone. You got to call the number on the screen. Remember that. Do not call my cell phone. Call the number on the screen. Okay. And because I got some questions I want to ask you, Lana, about your um, carnivore, because you went completely carnivore. I want to talk to you about that. So when she calls in, we'll get there, and we can talk about the differences with Sam's Club and Costco, and you might know a little more than I do about them. I don't know all the ins and outs. All I know is the Sam's Club in my area has been really good to me, and helps out the Lions Club quite a bit. And as you guys didn't know, I'm part of the Lions Club, which is a local service organization, and we do a lot of things for the community. And Sam's Club really helps out. Hey, Mike. Hey, buddy. Um, you keep it up, my friend. Mike is on a health quest. Slowly but surely, Mike is getting up there, and he's doing what he needs to do. He claims he's not seeing results as quickly as he wants to, but hey, they'll come, my friend. You just stick with the plan, stick with the healthy stuff, and you'll be surprised what will happen. One day, something's gonna click, and boom, 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 you're gonna be lean, mean, fighting machine. Here we go. All right. All right. Okay. Uh-oh. Hold on, Lana. How come it's not? There we go. Testing, testing. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, how are you?
Great. All right. So
I had to switch to my computer. I couldn't do the phone. I don't know. I was like, it's okay.
Okay. All right. So I got to make sure that I think you can be heard on the other line. Let's see here. Okay, here. I'm trying to go on my Facebook to see if you hold on a second, Lana. We'll see you in a second because all right. It's going to be a few minutes because whatever reason my Facebook is not up to speed with what's going on here. Hold on. All right. Can you still hear me? First of all.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Here. All right. Okay. All right. We're good to go. All right. So everything's good to go, Lana. So how you been, my friend? What's happening?
No, I've been good. Just studying like a college student.
Studying like a college student. And for those who want a visual with Lana, I got one word for you: hot. There you go. Okay. That's all you need to hear. That's all you need to hear. All right. So you mentioned you chimed in when I was talking about the difference between Sam's and Costco, Sam's Club and Costco.
Yeah.
I have you researched the two? Because I know you've done a lot of research on healthy products and health conscious more than I have. So have you researched the difference in the two when it comes to quality of their produce, so to speak?
Oh, not so much. I just know when the Costco basically goes, direct, probably just like Sam's, but goes direct from the farmers to Costco. They just always had better, quality beef and stuff. I really like them. We had a Sam's across the street from Costco when I was in California,
Mm-hmm.
and we always went to Costco. We went to Sam's once. We were so used to Costco, we went back.
Okay. It's like me and Sam's. I'm so used to Sam's. Now, granted, I do not have a Costco near me. The nearest one is a good hour 15 minutes away. The Sam's Club is in 20 minutes. I'm at the Sam's Club around here, so it's just
Yeah.
easier. And when I lived in Florida, there wasn't a Costco anywhere near. There was just a Sam's. But now, in where I used to live, there's a Costco probably just as close, if not closer, than the Sam's. But
Nice.
my mom doesn't go there when she lives in Florida. She lives half the time in Indiana, half the time in Florida, because she doesn't know the road as well to get over there. And Sam's is an easy shot down the highway, so she doesn't go to
Yeah.
Costco until I get there. So,
Yeah.
but I do enjoy Costco. The layout, I like it better than the Sam's. Maybe because it's just newer. The ones I've been to are newer than what I'm used to. The only thing I
Yeah.
did not like about Costco is you have to use a Visa card. Couldn't use cash. Couldn't use MasterCard. You had to use Visa card.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I did not like about it because I didn't have a Visa card, but now I do. So there you go. So
Well, it's terrible problems to have.
yeah, I'm telling you. So all right. So are you still on your carnivore diet?
I'm, you know, well, remember the reason I started carnivore is my sister went on carnivore. I followed a carnivore doctor for a long time, and I followed a vegetarian doctor for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the carnivore people looked healthier. They didn't look as thin and gaunt. But my sister has some autoimmune issues, and I was reading about some things today that made me think about what's going on. But she had to go carnivore, and so I thought my mom was going on a holiday for a month to Arizona, and I went, oh, this is a perfect time
Mm-hmm.
because carnivore I think can be good for anybody, especially if you have a problem, an issue, an illness.
Okay.
I think it's good to switch to, even if it's just for a month or two. It'll help get you through, getting rid of all the grains, all the sugars, everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Because I eat whatever kind of beef, maybe a roast, steak, chicken, butter. Like I can eat butter by the spoonfuls, butter, eggs, and salt,
Okay.
and salmon. Salmon's always good for you. Salmon is definitely good for you. Not farmed, but and salt, good salt. And that I went on that to fix my gallbladder,
Mm-hmm.
which I wasn't diagnosed, but I just knew I was suffering with it. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm not used to having these problems. But it was really painful for quite a long time. And I'm like, I'm going to have a gallbladder attack, I think. And so I decided, well, I eat out a couple times a week. So they use seed oils, right?
Mhm.
Most restaurants. Now, the Mediterranean restaurant I go to does not, but that's the only one that never bothered me when I would eat. But the other restaurants that I used to go to, I would be in pain before I left. It would just be totally inflamed. So was my
Wow.
liver involved? I don't know. But I do know that once I went carnivore, within probably 48 hours, my pain went away. And I'd had that for like a year and a half. And I'm stubborn. I don't go to the doctor. So, so it went right away. Yeah, it just went right away. And so the pain went away. So I'm like, oh, yes.
So
I've
you
kind
think
of
that was
slipped off.
you think it was because usually 48 hours isn't enough. Well, I would assume it's not enough to your body to acclimate to something that new because it's still processing the old stuff in there. So,
Well,
but do you think it was?
you're correct. However, I'm thinking that, the butter, the meat, and I ate plenty of it for the first day or two, to get going.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just my gallbladder was sluggish because it needed more, it produces bile. I won't go into all that,
Yeah. Don't get
your
into
gallbladder
don't nerd out
produces
on me now.
bile.
Yeah, let's not nerd out on me.
Well, I know. Okay. So when your gallbladder can't produce enough bile to squirt it out to process foods, you need to either, well, go carnivore, put butter, and just eat. And it helps it because it helps it. But there's also things like ox bile, that'll help, stuff like that. But what really helped me was just going carnivore. So I was pretty happy about that. You can imagine. I've slipped off. That's been what, 3 months ago, 4 months
Mm-hmm.
ago.
Yeah, it was been a while
I
ago.
slip up here and there. Now because I try to be really careful though because I don't want to get back to where I was. So
Mm-hmm.
like I had papaya today because I had zero vegetables, zero fruit. I only did what I did, and it literally I felt better and better. So it's a great thing, and people having problems, it's a good thing to do.
Okay,
It's a good thing to try, to help
I
resolve
agree.
an issue.
I
Yeah,
agree. Now, on my
but I also take.
go
Let me
ahead.
say this. I also make sure I love liver. I was raised on liver and onions. And so it's weird because, yeah, I ended up having anemic. I was anemic for a few years. I didn't know I was anemic, but I was just always felt kind of fadey. And when I went in finally and they did test, they found out that I didn't have enough blood and I was anemic. And so iron is what saved me. And so we always cook in cast iron
Mm-hmm.
skillets, like the old days. That's why, if you think about the old days, Mom used to have a set of silver and we drank out of silver. And, I believe in colloidal silver. That's my first go-to for anybody
Okay.
with any kind of issue. It helps with your immune system. I drink like a large shot a day. It helps with your immune system and
Of
gets rid of some
silver.
pathogens. But colloidal silver.
I don't even know what that is. Colloidal silver. I've never heard of that.
You can get a little machine and make it at home because it gets expensive. It gets expensive. So there are machines. I do have a site where you can buy one, a good one that's a lot of people buy
Well,
from.
is
It's
it
best to
is
make it at home.
colloidal silver? So is that a
It's
vitamin?
it's
What is it?
silver liquid. It's liquid silver, pure silver, and it's in a jar. And you can get spray. I 100%. We got off the carnivore diet.
Yeah.
100%
Okay.
suggest everybody does silver. It's so amazing, and it helps your immune system. But my old dog, who's 18, kept having these horrible chronic infections on her skin. I was ready to move her outside, and I just kept having to treat her. Of course, I treated with iodine and stuff, but she kept getting them. I mean, her poor body was just rotting. I finally just started pouring colloidal silver in their water and in their food, and hers went away after a year of suffering with all of that. I finally decided to just give it to her, And why I waited so long, don't ask me. I was busy. So it cleared her skin up completely, and for the past probably 6 to 8 months, she hasn't had a sore on her skin, and she had them chronically. It's
Wow.
just a wonderful thing. Yeah, Kaleido Silver is amazing, and plus you can make it at home.
How do you
Like
make it?
like well, there's a little generator thing, and it's kind of like little. There's just these little things like you would hook up a battery thing, and you plug it in, and then you put the silver rod that comes with the kit. You put that in the water, and then you just time it. Like you don't want it to start getting a golden color because
All
that's
right.
a
It's
higher
already way too
TC.
complicated for me. All right. All right. All right.
Kaleido Silver is clear at 10 parts per million, but once it starts getting gold, then it's a higher parts per million, and really you just need the 10 parts per million for daily.
Well, I just start making
Yeah,
it so I can then cash in at the bank.
right.
Yeah. What the heck? All right. All right. Let's go back to the carnivore. So, because and for whatever reason, these last couple of days on my reels and stuff of that on Facebook and YouTube,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, I've been getting bombarded with reels showing up everywhere. So, all right, so I'm watching a couple of them. And another weird thing is, for whatever reason, maybe because I mentioned carnivore or I saw it before, I'm getting all these people who are doing the carnivore diets and everything else. Anywhere from strictly steak and nothing else to steak and potatoes, or one guy just does, I mean, it says steak and eggs. One guy just does steak, eggs, fruits, and vegetables, and that's it. So
He was more keto or something. I do eggs every day. Like I can live on eggs.
now one
I
guy,
totally
one guy got a bunch of ground beef, cooked it up, and then strained out a lot of the fat, and then cooked eggs and put it in with it, and then basically keeps a big old bowl in the refrigerator. He says every so often I'll go get a couple of spoonfuls and I'm good to go. And he says I don't have a set time I'm eating or anything, but that's what I just have in there and I'm good to go. Is that what you do as well?
Well, I've done that since probably 20 plus years, 23 years. I used to make enough food for the day. I love rack of lamb, so I'd make a rack of lamb, or I'd make a bunch of lamb chop. I'd cut them up, put them in the pan. And I used to use only frozen vegetables because they don't go bad in your refrigerator
Mm-hmm.
and they're flash frozen, so they're good. And I'd have that and the vegetable all day. That's all I would eat. And then the next day I would make, whatever, and a vegetable, and that's all it just makes life easier. And your body actually kind of prefers that because it's less that it has to deal with every day.
So you were
Um,
only eating one time a day, or just whenever you're hungry, you get a couple spoonfuls here and there, or what?
no, that's what my meals were. I don't, yeah, I mean, snacking all day is one thing, but yeah, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever I was eating, I would eat the same food
Okay.
that whole day. Like I wouldn't switch it up. It makes life easier, and it's literally easier on your body.
So you'd eat the
For
same
sure.
food all day long for one day, then the next day you'd eat something different, or to keep on the same thing?
Right. Well, if I had leftovers, which I never did, but very rarely.
Okay.
Or if I made a pan of chicken, like right now, I'll make a whole pan of, you know, chicken thighs with the skin on and bone in.
Mm-hmm.
I just put water in it, salt and pepper, and I bake them. And then I have a whole pan. I eat them all week. If I'm hungry, I eat it for breakfast. Or dinner, whatever. And then they'll last 4 or 5 days. And so I have that for all week.
Chicken thighs. Is that what
Uh-huh.
you said? Chicken thighs? Okay. Okay. So did
Or
you
whatever you want,
grill
whatever
them?
kind you
Did you
want.
fry? I mean, you didn't fry them, but did you grill
I
them?
just put them in the oven and bake them.
Okay.
I cover them and bake them, and then I take the cover off and let them brown. And, but I like that. It's number one, it's really simple.
Mm-hmm.
And number two, it's, I love one of my favorite meals I used to eat when with vegetables, this isn't necessarily carnivore, but was ground turkey and
Okay.
peas.
Okay.
I'd brown the turkey, and then I put a whole bag of frozen peas in it. That I loved. I love ground lamb. I love ground beef. Yeah, that's always and salt, because when you're, I eat plenty of salt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have, not table salt, but, like Baja Gold salt or Celtic sea salt.
Now, where do you get that? Because I have never seen
You
that
can
at the
order,
stores.
yeah, you can order Baja Gold salt.
Okay. So can you get any of this at the stores, this funky salt?
Yeah, some of the specialty stores, or health food stores or specialty stores, I bet you could. We
Okay.
can here. They have them like at Natural Grocers and Sprouts.
Okay.
There's plenty.
So,
Yeah,
because your town, you have like 80,000 people in your town, something like that, in your city.
in my town,
Yeah, your city.
it's 350,000, something like that.
I have
Yeah,
4,600 in mine.
yeah. This town is. Matter of fact, like I try not to go anywhere on the weekends because it's just absolutely insane. It really is. You can't get anywhere, and we're almost out of water, Andrew. Our table level is like at 14%.
You're on
It's
the
alarming.
you're on the Gulf. You're on the beach. How can you be out of the water?
My dog said.
See, the dog agrees with me. He says we're on the water. How can we live on the water? How can we be out of water?
Well, our city is having a debate over the last decade about building what is it called?
I don't know.
Distillation, where they take the salt out.
Okay.
Because the industry uses so much water. We have huge, yeah, we have huge, he likes to talk. We have huge refineries. And so a lot of them, it's called Refinery Road. There's just tons of them out there on the freeway. And, they use a lot of water. And so desalination is what I was talking about.
Okay.
And they're like, well, it costs too much. You can't throw that brine water back in the bay because it'll kill the fish. Well, yeah, I get it. It's going to be too much. But there's been a debate, they're letting our water table get so low. There might be a mass exodus here. I'm telling you, I'm coming to Indiana.
All right.
But
my buddy Mike just chimed in. He goes, he has 300 people in his town.
Oh, hey, that's my kind of town. That's like where I was actually originally raised, in a very small town like that. And I loved it. I didn't even know about big cities at the time, right? So, yeah, so we're fighting that. We're at 14%, which is very alarming.
14% what?
It sounds sad. It's only at 14%. It needs to be up at 90%. Our water level.
Oh, the water level. Okay. All right.
Yeah, our water table. And I just think there's going to end up being they're going to have to do something. I think we have boats and barges. Desalinate the water, fill up the boats, the ships, and take it out 25 miles or so and dump it. It's not going to hurt anything out there.
Yeah,
it'll go back in the ocean. But they're complaining. They're talking about. I've never heard them say that, but they're talking about pumping it out, like with the,
well,
it's $150 million. It's $2 billion now. It's ridiculous what they're talking about.
Mike says, sorry, can't move here. They're full. Okay. 300 that's their max. So when they desalt the water, I'm going to assume they basically separate the salt and the water. That's what it means. So they got a boat full of salt. Why can't they just dry out the salt the rest of the way and sell it for like table salt or the Himalayan yellow salt or whatever it's called, pink salt?
The Corpus Christi bay salt.
Yeah, Corpus Christi bay salt. There you go. Wonder why they can't do that.
I don't know what that would entail, but dig a big pit and put it in there. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'll eventually get back in the ocean. I mean, it's they're not coming up with very good solutions, and they're waiting too long. I don't know. I don't want to live here if there's no water.
You're not going to move away from there.
Oh, it's alarming. In other words, the water's running out. that we have to use. And so something has to be done.
Well, why all
But
of a sudden
yeah,
now? What's causing it to run out now? What happened?
because it's just we've been in drought for years, several years. Like you're not allowed to turn on. You get a $500 fine if you're caught watering your lawn,
Oh, wow.
which we don't need to water our lawn. It's very lush. We've never watered our lawn, and we
Okay.
have to get it mowed every week. So it's very lush because of the tropical, where we live. But yeah, you get fined. So we've been in drought forever. So it's
How?
yeah, we're right by the water, right?
Yeah. So
But
how
they
close
will
are you to the water? That's
desalinate
what I was
it.
gonna say. Your house, how close is it to the water?
8 minutes
Oh, okay. All right.
just down the road. I have to leave the neighborhood, go over to the main road and drive over there.
So do you live in a subdivision?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, but it's not on the beach. Okay. So I get it. Okay.
No, living right on the beach is fun, but you get that smell in your house. You have to keep it. Well, we keep our AC down to 72 all the time. You have to keep your house dry because of the wet air.
Okay.
Things get kind of musky and moldy, so you
Mm-hmm.
have to keep an AC on. That's the thing about living here.
The AC is on
AC is not that
constantly. Yeah.
healthy. Yeah,
I know
yeah,
where
and
I live the last couple of weeks has been brutally hot, but today it dropped 20 degrees from what it's been. So today was in the mid 70s. So in my house, I had all the
nice.
windows open, turned the AC off, and it was nice. It was nice finally.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. When I lived in Arizona when I was young, it's like monsoon season right now, where it rains every day.
Mm-hmm.
Dad's waiting for some rain. I talked to him earlier. He's hoping it'll rain. His well is dry too. They have a bunch of industry that came to that small town, and they have a lot of wineries and cattle, all
Okay.
kinds of stuff. They're talking about putting in a lithium battery plant. Everybody's having a fit because they don't have enough water as it is. They're a drought too.
Yeah, it's up in northern Indiana. They're wanting to put a big, I guess, already building a lithium battery plant up there as well. But I don't know for certain what's going on up there. I'm more,
Well,
if you look at the state of Indiana, you see Indianapolis is right in the center. You go straight across from Indianapolis to the Illinois border, and you're going to see where I live, a little town called Clinton. So it's almost straight.
yeah.
It's almost right in the middle of the state. Probably a little south of that, but right in the middle. So right, Illinois border is about 5 miles that way. So,
Nice.
so no, it's not. I don't
Well,
like Illinois. The
no, I
taxes are
don't. I
way
don't
too
blame
damn
you.
high over there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but anyway, all right. So this carnivore diet. So, do you get? And I think you told me this, unless it was one of the videos, but I'm pretty sure you told me this as well. You get ground beef and you just cook it up with some eggs. You said, and you eat that throughout the day, or is that?
No, I don't usually put eggs in my ground beef. I'm a purist. If I like ground beef, I just want ground beef
Okay.
with butter and salt, maybe.
Do you get grass-fed butter?
Yeah. Well, I buy Tillamook.
What?
Tillamook.
That's a
Tillamook.
brand? That's a brand?
I think it's from. Yeah, it's from.
Okay, it's a brand. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Tillamook. Okay. I never heard of it.
Yeah, so I just enjoy it. Eggs, butter, salt, meat.
Well, yeah. Yeah,
just
love me some eggs.
just bake up a cake pan, like pan full of chicken, and put it in your refrigerator. You can make some ground beef, and you can mix it up. But it makes it easier. And what I noticed was I hardly had garbage in my garbage. Like, it took me a long time to fill. Yeah, like usually we fill up our kitchen garbage pretty quick, with all the containers and all the stuff. Yeah, I noticed that. There was hardly any garbage.
Now, see, I have a garden where I have tomatoes, peppers, beans, and zucchini. But this year, the zucchini haven't been good, and I think it's because what I do is I till the little plot of land that I have, and then I put newspaper down for like a barrier for the weeds. Then I put the plants in, and then I put a layer of dead grass on top of when I mow our lawn. I take the grass clippings and I put it on top of that.
Nice.
And it's been thriving the last couple of years like you wouldn't believe. It's been great. So this year I did the same thing, but one day I said, you know what? Instead of trying to rake up all the grass, why don't I just blow it in on there? So I did that a couple of times. It works great, but it blew all over the zucchini plants, and I think that's what caused them to basically quit growing. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, they need lots of. Yeah, they need direct sunlight.
Yeah. So I think that caused it to quit growing. But I talked to other folks around here, and they said their zucchini haven't been doing good at all this year. But I got those little cherry tomatoes, the little big one. I never did those before. Holy crackdolas!
Awesome.
I got a shit ton of those growing everywhere. Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah, I
Those
like
are
the
good
cherry
snacks.
tomatoes. So I make a mean pasta dish with the tomatoes and also just regular garlic, butter, sage, and pasta, and it's good to go. But pasta's not on the carnivore diet, unfortunately.
Well, no, it's not.
No.
So it's a specialty thing for sure, but I did it for a good reason and it worked. And I'm kind of slip here, and I don't slip. I'm not like, oh shoot. I purposely, if I want to eat something, I do, but I generally try to stay pretty safe because I really enjoy not having pain in my side.
Well, yeah,
in my,
yeah.
You know, yeah.
So does and I guess to each their own, and I'm not saying that one size fits all at all when I say this. But if I go carnivore, which I want to do for 30 days just to try it out to see if it works for me or not. And I'm not saying that in a negative or positive way. I'm just saying it is what it is. Some people can do it, some people can't.
Yeah.
I got to do my popcorn and whiskey still, so I don't know if I can have alcohol with that. What the heck? Gee whiz. Yeah.
Well,
I can't do popcorn and whiskey without popcorn and whiskey. Yeah.
Well, I suppose you can. I mean, at least most of the time you're a carnivore. I don't know.
Carnivore and whiskey. That'll be carnivore and whiskey for a month. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, I do, and I also take organ meats. Like I take the capsules. I think it's called Ancestral. There's a couple that I like.
Organ meat.
Yeah, like liver, because I don't cook a lot of liver. All the organ meats they put in a capsule for you, and it's very healthy. It's like vitamins.
From what animal?
Beef.
Okay.
Generally, some of them they get from whatever, but
okay.
It's all the organs, which is if you're out in the wild, that's what the lions go for, right? The organs.
I don't know. I've never.
Yeah, that's what they go for the belly, right? And they get those organs and eat them.
Mm-hmm.
They're like vitamins, and so that and I take a liver one because that's the one I got first, and then I ordered the organs. So I take those, and that's a lot of vitamins in there. You don't want to miss out on your B vitamins and stuff. So organ meat, liver has that. Yeah. So I just supplement with that.
Now, when you cook the meat, whatever meat you're cooking, you do season it though, correct?
When I moved to Texas, I had my own herb garden, and so I never used anything other than salt and garlic.
Okay.
I didn't have all that other stuff. I had cinnamon, but people in Texas use a lot of seasonings, like they're mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a really hard time eating here because even people at barbecue do the same thing. They just pour it on there. I'm like, oh dear. I'm such a purist. I like things simple. And so, no, I use salt.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes on my chicken, I squeeze lemon,
okay.
Salt, pepper, garlic. I'm simple. I'm very simple.
My favorite seasoning.
I like Italian food. I love Italian food, but when I was doing that real strict to get well, I didn't have anything but meat and eggs.
Okay.
And butter.
Now, my favorite seasoning is something called Montreal steak seasoning. I put that on everything. Now, there was an off-brand, it was just called Canadian steak seasoning, which is basically the same thing, probably just another company makes it. So, but by far, that's my favorite seasoning. Whatever I'm cooking on one side, I'll put salt and pepper, and then when I flip it over, I'll sprinkle that Canadian Montreal steak season on the other side. And of course, if I have garlic, I
Yeah.
put garlic on there because cooking tip, folks, you can never have enough garlic.
No, you cannot. And
No such thing
when
as
you
too
put
much garlic.
something, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, that's me. Like when everybody loves my potatoes. I make mashed potatoes, and I cut up like a head of garlic because when I'm making a big pot of potatoes for there's like 6 people, I put like most of that whole head of garlic chopped up and
Oh
in those
yeah,
potatoes.
yeah.
And another trick I love, 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 is horseradish. I add to it so good into the mashed potatoes.
Oh wow,
Oh yeah, it's good.
never thought of that. Do you
Actually
take
very
the
good.
actual horseradish plant or just a horseradish that you get at the store in the little jars?
Oh, I do the simple thing. I get in a jar.
Okay, all right. Now,
Yeah.
here's something funny, and and you probably didn't know this about Andrew, type thing. I don't like spicy food, like hot foods, like wings and stuff. Can't stand it if it's hot. If it any kind of burn to it or any kind of heat to it, don't want it. But horseradish sauce, I can eat by the spoonful out of the jar.
It's good.
Don't ask me
Well,
why this because people say it's hot as well. I never thought horseradish was hot. I just like the taste of it. Right? So,
it tastes good. I like it, and but I'm a cayenne person. So on
oh
my
no,
eggs, I do sprinkle red peppers on everything.
oh no,
But I drink a teaspoon and a shot of water in the morning.
a teaspoon and a shot of water.
Yeah.
You don't. That's
It
all.
it
That's all
has
the
a
water. What? Huh?
it has a little sting to it going down.
Oh, you put cayenne
Cayenne
pepper in it. Oh, okay, okay,
cayenne
okay, okay,
pepper
okay,
and
okay. I was
water.
like, what?
Yeah.
Did you only drink a shot of what? Okay, you put cayenne
Yeah.
pepper in the water. Why?
Yep.
Does it? What health benefits is it, or just because you like it?
Well, cayenne pepper has many things, such as you cut your finger, stick it in a bunch of cayenne pepper, and it burns a little, but it'll help heal it real fast and stop the blood. But it'll also help you if you have a heart attack, swallow a bunch, like a glass with cayenne pepper in it, and it'll temporarily help you keep your vessels open. Um,
I did not know that.
it's kind of adapted. It's kind of an adaptogen. Like it'll do what you need. I started taking cayenne pepper many moons ago when my daughter was little, because my hands and feet were always cold.
Mm-hmm.
So I always hung out in the health food stores, and we were talking, and they said, try cayenne pepper. I'm like, oh, we have that at home. So I got some capsules and started taking it. And I'm like, oh, wow, that heats you up. It did. And my hands and feet quit being cold. I don't have to take it to keep my hands and feet from being cold now, but it's good for your circulation, your vascular. It's great for a lot of things. Like if you have an ulcer, it sounds weird, but it actually
Okay,
helps
okay,
heal your
okay, okay,
ulcer.
okay, okay. Let's back up a second here. Hold on a second here. So, because in the wintertime, my feet are always freezing. My feet are freezing in the wintertime. So you're saying get some cayenne pepper. I mean, like put it in the on a s- in the spoon, or how much do you take? What do you do?
Well, you can do a teaspoon in a nice, like a whiskey glass of water, and just down it, and it'll warm you up for sure. Yeah. Or, if you don't like that, you can take the capsules. They make capsules that you can swallow. So,
Cayenne pepper capsules?
yes,
Huh.
I know, right?
Interesting.
I prefer to drink it, and I put it on my eggs. I put it on everything. I love cayenne pepper.
So, and
But
here's something that is counterintuitive, and my mom told me this, and I tried it once. I'm like, holy moly! Because in the wintertime, my feet are constantly cold, so I put on a pair of wool socks and a pair of regular socks and my slippers and blah 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 when I'm in the house, and my feet are still freezing. So mom said that she read somewhere that if you don't wear socks, just your slippers, if you wear slippers, whatever, your feet will be warmer. So I said, I got to try something. Holy moly, does that work?
yeah,
I don't know why or how, but it
yeah,
works.
yeah. The slippers make your feet warm. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, but when you're wearing two pair of socks with the slippers, wouldn't that keep it warmer? You would think it would.
Yes, it doesn't. Your mom was right.
Yeah, see how moms are. Yeah.
Moms are like that. My kids won't listen to me about nothing.
And see, Mike
I'm
says
like, whatever.
cayenne pepper also says they say it will stop a heart attack. Oh, okay.
Yes, yes,
Well, that's
yep. It'll
interesting.
get you to the hospital. If you can think about it, when you feel like you might be having a heart attack, it's probably a good idea to drink some, for
Huh.
sure.
I don't even have any at the house. Well, I guess I got to get some here at the house just in case.
In your
Yeah.
first aid kit. It can't hurt
That's
you.
right. That's
It
right.
only helps.
Yeah, why not? Hey,
It
why not
helps.
if it boosts it up and everything else? Wow. So, all right.
Yeah.
So while we're talking health stuff, I got to ask you this because I've heard it several times. I've done it a few times. I'm just too much of a pussy to keep doing it. Do you do any kind of cold plunges or cold showers?
Oh gosh, I used to not so much anymore, but let me tell you, I used to. And actually, because I practiced it, I would take a shower, wash my hair, then I'd turn the water ice cold. And when I was in Arizona,
And you got a lot of
at
hair.
certain times,
You got a lot of hair
yeah,
too.
and the water would be ice cold.
Mm-hmm.
On it, not ice cold, but it'd be really cold.
Mm-hmm.
Here, it's hard to get it really cold where I'm at, but yeah, and I'd rinse my hair and just hang in there before it was a thing, right? And that was many years ago. My daughter was 2. She's 40 now. But that was many years ago. And I used to do that. And it was great. I felt better. I was like, you're just refreshed and you're ready to go. And then I, when I had started doing that, I'd been doing it for, I don't know, a few months, I guess. And
Mm-hmm.
because I heard cold water, rinse your hair in cold water and it makes it healthier. And so that's why I did that. And one day something happened and we had no hot water. And so I had to take a cold shower and I was like, well, at least I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I used to do that all the time. I don't so much anymore, but yeah, the cold plunges are probably very healthy. They shock your body, which is good. And
Yeah. They said
you
because
know,
it shocks your body and it puts your body in a state of what was the word I heard today? Um,
gets rid of inflammation.
it's like a state of survival where it shocks the body somehow and it puts it in a state of survival and it builds up your not the immune system, but it builds up not tolerant. I can't think of the word that they use today, but
Well, when
it's a
you
healthy
kind of you
thing for your
overcome,
body.
yeah, you push your body to limits, and that's what a lot of those guys do when they're out there doing like whatever, and just pushing your body to limit. But yeah, it helps with inflammation for sure.
Hmm.
Well, when you ice something, when you sprain it to get the
Yeah.
inflammation
Oh yeah,
down,
the inflammation
kind
goes
of.
down. Oh yeah. I watch a lot of
But you'd need an ice maker. You'd have to have an ice maker to do it, right?
most
I
refrigerators
mean,
have ice makers.
that's not enough ice for your cold plunge. You got to
I
dump it in there, a bunch of it.
I'll stick with the cold shower. That's something. See, I keep telling myself I'm going to start doing the carnivore. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start doing that. I got to quit talking and just start doing.
Well, that's me. It's
It's
true. I talk
everybody.
about
It's
things
not
and I
just
don't do
you and
it.
me. It's
Yeah.
everybody. Everybody does that.
Well, there's that little percent of people that just get up and do whatever, and I'm like, really? I wish I could. I used to be like that, but like going for walks. I don't make myself go for walks anymore, and I'm feeling it a lot, a lot, a lot.
You got 2 dogs.
Movement.
It should be simple for you to go for walks.
No, I don't take them for walks. The one's 18, and the other one is a pain in the butt to walk because she has to check P-mail every 3 steps and leave P-mail every 3 steps, and I can't handle it. Like, no,
I have
she's annoying.
a good friend of mine. She always says, if you have a fat dog, you're not getting enough exercise.
Right. Well, yeah,
I love that
that
saying. If
makes
you have a
sense.
fat dog, you're not getting enough exercise, she says.
Right. Even if you have property, it's like go for a walk,
Oh,
but
absolutely. That
yeah,
was my last
I've
video
been
this week. Yeah.
procrastinating. Yeah.
My last
I
video
got to
this
do
week.
it too. I need to be more. I have a membership I pay for, but it doesn't work until I get there.
Oh yeah. Memberships don't work unless you do.
I
Unless you use
know.
them.
I'm like, shoot, I've had this membership for 2 years. Why isn't it working? And we're at the gym, and I haven't even gone, but they have a red light therapy. That's worth $30 a month. Red light therapy. That is the bomb. So anytime you can get that, that's
Okay.
awesome.
All right. Red light therapy. I'm sure what I'm thinking of is different than what it actually is. The red light
Red
district,
light
red
therapy.
light therapy. What is red light therapy?
Red light therapy is red lights. Like you've seen them on Facebook, I'm sure, where you're going to start seeing them now if you're on Facebook, because Facebook is going to hear you talking. Like they make the masks and you put them on your face and turn on the lights, and it helps with aging.
Oh, I'm out.
Helps with.
I know. I don't do masks. I don't know.
Well, it's like it's made out of like diving suit material, and then it has the lights on the inside. But anyway, it's like a 12-minute thing, and then you can get a mat and lay on it, and it helps your body heal. Or, a lot of people don't go out in the sun, and some people that live in areas where there's not a lot of sun all the time, a red light therapy would be really good for them because they need it,
Hey, if I could pay $30 a month for red light district, I think I might just do that.
I'm sure.
I guess it depends on the district, I guess.
Right? Depends on the district, that's for sure.
That's right. Absolutely.
You know what?
What?
Out of the blue, oh my gosh, this is way off topic, okay?
Okay.
And your other people might be wanting to call in. I don't want to hog the
No.
but,
We're good.
People get into things in life where I came outside with the dogs, but people get into things in life, and sometimes they get, with the economy and stuff, and some people are broke, they're living paycheck to paycheck, I don't know, but I think this guy, who knows what was wrong, just the other day down the road at the gas station, he literally poured the gas all over his body.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy there next to him, he squirted it at him and got it on him. And that guy jumped in the car and took off and watched the kids and the mom and the kids. She was getting them out of the car. I think he was going to light his whole family on fire.
Holy crikeys.
He lit himself on fire. And yeah, this just happened. It's kind of horrifying. He's not doing well. He's in the hospital, but I just can imagine he was depressed or at the end of his rope or something. But it was crazy because it popped up on Facebook, and I'm like, that's right there. I go to that gas station all the time.
We were talking about red lights and carnivore and everything else. What made you think of setting yourself on fire, for crying out loud?
Honestly, it just popped in my head, and I don't know where it came from, but it was a crazy story. I was like, geez, the things people do these days.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just a crazy event. It was a crazy event.
Yeah.
Carnivore is the way to go if you need to, in my opinion.
Nice segue.
Yeah. In my opinion, carnivore is the way to go if you have issues. Like you're trying to clear up some problems you have, whatever. Because really, it gets all the junk out of your diet. And
well, when you think about it, our ancestors, I mean, we've all done this. You can look back 30, 40, 50, 100 years with pictures, and you're going to see people a lot more fit, skinny, or less obese in shape, however you want to phrase it. And the only difference between the food they had then versus now is we have a lot more processed food. But the farther back you go, you start seeing folks who were eating meat all the time or eating vegetables all the time. So that's why, in my opinion, I have no scientific fact to back this, just my observation, my opinion, and based on people I've interviewed. I've interviewed folks who are vegan, folks who are raw food only and no meat whatsoever. I've also talked to you now, and also other people who I have not had on air yet, but who are strictly carnivore, and they're feeling great. So what it boils down to, and not to get all preachy on anybody here, because this is not where I wanted to go, is take out the processed food, take out the sugary type stuff, and because your body's a wonderful mechanism, it's a wonderful tool. You feed it properly, it should heal itself. I mean, I'm not going to get into your background because I know a little bit about it, but you've had some illness in your background, and you've overcame it from what you told me with nutrition. Am I correct saying that?
Yes,
Okay.
unless we're talking about cancer.
I'm talking about you, right? I'm
But
talking about you. Yeah, your illness. However, whatever you want to talk about. Yeah, whatever you want to phrase there. Yeah.
yes, I had some severe problems growing up. Female organs, they were very severe. And until I was in my 20s, I finally I decided to go on a very strict eating. That's why I'm in a habit of eating, a meat and a vegetable. Well, now I don't eat vegetables so much, but a meat and a vegetable, that's it. And I drank Pellegrino water for 15 years. I didn't drink coffee. I didn't drink tea. I drank Pellegrino water
Mm-hmm.
for years in the glass bottles from Costco. So it's like, that's how I ate, and I couldn't have been healthier. I was like, the best I could be. Like, nothing bothered me, never got a cold, never got sick, never. I was 4% body weight, 5% body weight. I was very lean. Didn't
Body
look
weight.
like I
You
worked
mean
out.
4% body fat?
Body fat.
Holy moly,
Um,
we're skin and bones.
well, I was thin, but I wasn't deathly thin.
At
I was
4%? Wow. Okay.
I was yeah, that's when all the fat goes off your muscles and it looks
Yeah.
like you work out, because now there's no fat and you just see muscles.
Okay.
And I was young enough that it didn't look like now, like when 50 and above, you do that and you just look older, right? You just look older, but you need some roundness. But back then I looked fine. I looked great, actually.
Well,
um
in all honesty, and I said this before, you still do. You look great. Yeah. So,
well, thank you.
yeah.
Thank you. I'll take that compliment. I'm not stupid.
There you go. Absolutely.
Yeah, the way we eat definitely has everything to do with how we're going to feel and how we age, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, for sure. And, there's a lot of vegetables and fruit that are so healthy. Absolutely. I'm not against them. I went on this carnivore for a specific reason,
Mm-hmm.
and it's what helped me. Because, I was in that Touchstone, right? And I was
Yep.
drinking the green shakes, which was all those green vegetables, all these different things, and it was all plant-based. And I wasn't getting better. Matter of fact, I think I was getting worse. And it's not the product. The products are good.
Mm-hmm.
They're excellent. They're certified organic. It wasn't the product's fault. It was my body. And so I just had to do something. And so I did that, and it worked. So I'm happy.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
I follow DDP, who is Diamond Dallas Page, a former professional wrestler, now has his own brand of. He doesn't even call it yoga anymore. It's just DDPY. And one of the nutrition tips that he talks about is, he says, drink plenty of water, cut out processed foods, and eat a ton of vegetables.
Yeah.
He's not saying go, vegan or anything like that, but he says just eat healthy, cut out the processed stuff, eat a ton of vegetables, and and eat meat, and of course, but cut out the processed stuff. But
Yeah.
he's big fan of vegetables. Big fan of vegetables.
Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with vegetables.
No. Again, like I said, I've interviewed folks on both sides of the meat versus no meat aisle, and
right.
what I think what it boils down to is, what are you more comfortable doing? If you're more comfortable eating meat, go for it. If you're more comfortable eating vegetables, go for it.
Yeah, well, it's all in how you feel while you're doing it. So
exactly.
If it's actually helping your health and you feel energetic and and as long as you're getting to me, our bodies, are full of, obviously toxins. So we have to, make sure we drink plenty of clean water and help our liver,
speaking of drinking,
get rid of everything. And we are very low in minerals because of the soil. So fulvic minerals are key to our health as well. So as long as you're getting good minerals, and I usually just take drops because there's one of the companies I like, I order from. It's New Zealand Gold Minerals,
Okay.
and they're golden color actually. So I take those. I give them to my dogs, and
There you go.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Salt. Some like Baja Gold salt has tons of them in there. So
Okay.
if you're eating, people that eat table salt and they don't eat any other kind of salt are missing out.
See, I got to find
So
this other salt because all I eat is table salt, so I got to find this other salt. We'll go from
yeah,
there.
Baja Gold is one of the best ones.
Okay.
Um,
I got to find that.
Gray sea salt is good, and you'll notice that it's moister. It's not like dry like table salt. Because
Okay.
it's full of minerals, so it's going to be a little bit more moist. Like in our salt shaker, we put it in this glass salt shaker, and you have to kind of shake it a couple times to get it to come out because it's a little bit more. Yeah.
Interesting.
I have a little bowl of it, a little bowl of salt, and I just pinch it and put it on my food.
There you go. Okay. Lana, I tell you what, I'm going to let you go. I've taken up way too much of your time, but obviously for folks who are watching it, you and I, we can talk this stuff all day long, and
Right.
and
bore everybody.
and you and I have talked for hours on the phone outside of here before as well too. So it's not like we're strangers. So there you go. One of these days, we're actually going to meet in person, and who knows what's going to happen.
Meet in person.
Yeah, you might
That'd
not
be
like
fun.
me then. I don't know. You might not like me then. Who knows?
Oh, well, we'll have to just see about that.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll be taking a trip to Indiana.
Hey, come on up. Plenty of room for you here.
Yeah, that snow looks fun, but of course I don't live in snow.
Yeah, don't come up in the snow. That's no fun.
Oh.
All right,
All
babe.
right.
So you take care. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Have a good night.
All right. Thanks for calling in. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, folks. That was my friend Lana. We had a great discussion there about carnivore diets, and she is very, very, very well knowledgeable or well knowledged or well versed in all kinds of health things, and it's all self-educated. She knows her stuff inside and out, and as you can tell, and you would think by now I would interview her. I might even just take parts of this and clip it up for use for my health and fitness podcast. It's funny, I have a health and fitness podcast, but the same token, I got popcorn and whiskey back here. Go figure. What the heck? So anyway, so tonight, yeah, we did talk about a lot of the health and fitness stuff. We talked about shoe sales or shoe shopping, which I should have talked to Lana about that too. Holy moly. This shoe shopping, girls, again, I don't know how you do it. I'm going to start introducing a new segment. I'm going to call it the Get Off My Lawn segment. Yes, old man Paletto here. Get off my lawn. That's right. Going to be the old man here, and where things really pissed me off. Lana, I enjoyed it too. Thank you. Appreciate that. And anytime, Lana, you know you're welcome here anytime. And so I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night. Again, tomorrow night I have my SummerSlam, WWE SummerSlam. I may pop in during matches where I really don't care for, but if I pop in, then it takes a while to get ramped up and so on and so forth. So, but I have to do something because next week, for the next 2 Saturdays, I will not be here. I will be, let's just say, in an undisclosed location where I will not have access to I will not be in the studio, put it that way. And I don't know if I could be doing anything with my phone or not at that time. So we'll just leave it at that without getting into a lot of details, and I'll tell you all about it after that. So maybe a week from tonight, next Friday night, I'll probably come on and chit chat for a while. Okay. But all that being said, I'm going to stop it here. One, because my glass is empty, and I don't have any popcorn, but we'll leave it there. Okay. Appreciate Lana being on here. Appreciate everybody listening, and Mike, Dave, everyone who came out here and put some comments in. Appreciate it. So until next time, this is me. My name is Andrew. I am the face who runs the place. Popcorn and whiskey. So until next time, ciao.